Well, it's Steve Arts 89. Well, it is November 14, 2024, and it is the 50th anniversary of the Amityville murders, the murders of the DeFeo family in the Amityville house, which happened on the morning of November 14, 1974, so 50 years ago. I normally have a Amityville marathon each year to commemorate the dates, but this year, because it's the 50th, I actually sat down and watched the Blu-rays properly, because I haven't watched these since I bought them. Normally I watch the videos, the DVDs, and I sort of have them in the background because I know them really well, and I just sort of watch the good bits, and I'm doing other things because I can't really commit that much time to films I've seen like 50 times. But this time I sat down, I watched the Blu-rays properly, and I'm kind of surprised at how well the films hold up. I haven't given them my full attention for years, and they really work, and they really were able to draw me back in, and there were moments where I actually jumped and was startled and surprised and scared, which I was not expecting from films I've been watching since the 90s. The first film really holds up better than I remember. I was trying to find moments to get up and do something, and I could not leave a single scene in that film because there's something that happened in every scene. There's no fat at all on this film. Same for Amityville 2. Amityville 2 is more disturbing. It has some scary, weird, horrific moments, but one has a lot more of them that I remember. There are so many little moments. I'm just watching, I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. I missed that. I don't remember that. It was like seeing the film again, anew. The second film, a little bit less of that, but it has some very disturbing elements, including the I word, which I'm not going to mention. You can watch the film and know what I'm talking about. Which is very controversial because obviously the real life relatives of the family were incredibly offended because this film, it changes the names. It really strays far from the actual case because I guess they were more concerned with doing a horror movie and a disturbing horror movie, and they succeed very well with that. But the cost was they couldn't really sell it as a true story, so it only made $12 million at the box office compared to the first film's $86 million. So it kind of ended the franchise right there. Even though they did a third film, that film again was far removed from the original story and its new characters, and really has nothing to do with them except that it refers to the history and the house is haunted by the events. So the third film, it's not really a horror movie. It's just a fun sort of ghost story. It's got some weird, strange, sort of surreal, spooky, almost scary moments. But for the most part, it's very safe. And it's got some spooky music and lots of shots of the house and lots of weird events. And it was originally done in 3D. Because the first film, The Amityville Horror, was done in 1979. Amityville 2, The Possession, was done in 1982. 9th 82, and then Amityville 3 was done the next year in 1983. So they probably should have waited a bit longer, taken a bit more time, but they wanted to do the third film in 83 in 3D. They were working with 3. It was like the marketing people were pushing that. And I actually kind of forget that the chronology of these films is that the house blows up in 3, but because there's 2 prequels out of the 4, because they did a 4th film called Amityville: The Evil Escapes, was a TV movie with Jane Wyatt, Spock's mother. It's great. And also Aaron Eisenberg, Nog, so Star Trek references there. There's 2 prequels. So the first film is actually Amityville 2. The second film is Amityville 1. The third film is Amityville 4 because it takes place when they go into the house after the Lutzes have left, and they exercise the house. The priests exercise the house, and they sell off all the property that was left in the house, and they go to different people, and then the people in the other films, the 4th film, the 5th film, the 6th film, the 7th film, get haunted by items that come from the house. There's a dollhouse, a mirror, a lamp, and a clock. So those events all take place before Amityville 3, because at the end of Amityville 3, the house blows up. And I always think in my head that was something that people saw but didn't really happen. Like some people will see a ghost and others don't because it's being projected to them and it's not actually invisible in the real world. And I always thought the house blowing up was some sort of paranormal spectacle that happened and didn't really blow up, but in that canon of that universe it actually did blow up. And then you see in the only other theatrical film related to this series, Amityville Awakening, they actually show that house is the real house, and the films were made about that house, and actually show the films and play the films in the movie, and actually hold up the box set that I actually own that is like sitting over there, which is awesome. But so they managed to sort of take it out of that and establish it as their own universe. That's why the house is still there and didn't blow up. And of course the remake has nothing to do with this, and it did do really well. It made 107 million in 2005, $23 million opening, did really well. Had a blonde Kathy, but the house looked nothing like the house. So there's issues with it, and there's a lot of copyright issues and rights issues and lawsuits, and it's a mess. But now George and Kathy are gone. Everyone and their dog is putting Amityville on a film and releasing it. There's about 20 sequels now or more, but not dealing with any of them. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the original Amityville trilogy. I love them. They hold up so much better than I thought they would.